All right, let's start the video off not with some energy, but with a message. And the message I want to portray to you guys is a thank you. I only have 7 subscribers, but I feel like the amount of views and the community I'm already kind of building is wonderful. Like, I love seeing it, and I can't wait till we get big. You know what I'm saying? Follow the Instagram, follow the TikTok. I don't really want to be posting or plugging all my social medias like that in the middle of the video because, you know what I'm saying, we're getting to the point. But I've seen growth, and I love seeing growth because I'm getting one step closer every day to my goal. So let's get into the video. Today's video is a question I asked myself. What does it mean to be strong? I feel like as a kid, I always gravitated to strong people or the best of the best and always looked up to them and wanted to be them, like Neymar, Messi. There are so many strong people in different types of fields, and I'm gonna get into that in what my definition or how I see what being strong truly is. Let's get into it. So boom, we're gonna start this off with a quote. The quote says, "We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one." Now, when I read this quote, it connected to me and the theme of being strong because at one point in life, I wasn't like this. I wasn't always thinking in the way I think right now. I had to change, go do development, understand myself on a deeper level. And I feel like those little steps that you take over a long period of time, that process is like making your own life, that second life, that one where you realize you only have one. Because once you realize you only have one life, you start to take it a little bit more seriously and you start to ask yourself questions like, what am I gonna do with this one life, you know? Am I gonna make it something meaningful? And what does meaningful mean to me? And you see how it starts to ask yourself questions and you start to get deeper into yourself and who you truly are. And once you get to that big issue, because usually, at least from my experiences and the experiences that I've learned from people, of friends and companions and mentors, is usually they have one very deep-rooted issue. And once they attack that deep-rooted issue, it makes them become more authentic, more of the person that they want to be and have always wanted to be. But that big issue is like the door that is holding them back, and they need to make their own key to unlock what that issue truly meant and come to accept that issue or make themselves a whole different person so that issue isn't even an issue. You know what I'm saying? And that process is a whole process that makes you understand yourself on a deeper level. Because if I'm right and we all have that deep issue, then for me, it makes me feel a sense of weakness. Like every time I'm reminded of that issue, it's like an irking feeling inside. And it doesn't last for too long. Like it won't last for like days or weeks. But like when it comes, it hits me deeply, like deep rooted. It's a deep rooted pain and it's emotional. It attacks me in areas that I didn't even know could be attacked. It makes me feel like an ant to my problems, which could be represented as an elephant, little metaphor. Now, once you feel this feeling, I think a lot of people, what they do is they either have 2 routes, and the main route they do is they just try and cope with that feeling. They try and not understand it. And now when other people have that feeling, how I see it is people will have that feeling, and instead of trying to understand it and go deeper into it, why am I feeling this feeling, they cover it up with things like excuses. So what you can either do is you can either A, you can attack it, or B, you can just live with it. And for me, I couldn't live with it no more. Like it affected me too much. And it was something that I knew if I wanted to get to the level I wanted to get to in life, then I had to solve the issue. I had to attack. I had no other choice. Now I'm gonna get into how people get comfortable while being weak. They get comfortable with this feeling. So boom, as you can see from the pictures, you can see 2 versions or 2 choices that you could either fight back or, you know what I'm saying, you can accept it, get comfortable, chill out with it, chill out with your weakness. So I'm going to get into the accepting part of it. What are people doing when they accept it? How does it affect them? So let's get into it. So the bad part about when you accept your weakness. You get comfortable with your weaknesses. You start to seem to cope with it. They seem to try and ignore it. They try and avoid it. They try and do everything but fight back and understand why they feel the way that they feel. And at the end of the day, this only hurts you and the people around you, because when you do this, then you might talk to yourself or think in a way that hinders you, and you express that to other people just in case they want to know how you're feeling about something, or just want to know how you think about something. And if you think in a way that keeps you away from accepting or fighting back this deep-rooted problem, then you will then express that to other people, and express that you should also accept it through the way that you think and the way that you act. This can become contagious. So that's why when you're on this road to greatness, or maybe you just want to find success in your life, or maybe you just want to be happy, you have to realize some people are just contagious. Like, their energy is contagious. That negativity of, oh, you can't do this, or oh, I can't do this, or I was born like this, or just some excuses that can truly be fixed. Some things might not be able to be immediate fixes. Most things aren't. But it's the process that you go into to try and fight it back. That's what's truly valuable, because that's the process of change. Not accept it, not just become comfortable. No, we have to fight it back, because those lies that you tell yourself, they will affect every part of your life. Then those lies become even deeper roots to your deeper rooted problem, and it just gets yucky. So there's another side of it, and that side is you asking yourself or realizing that there could be a change. And how would you think, or maybe what are the possibilities, so then you can get into a change. So now I'm gonna get into the segment called being comfortable with who you are. Let's get into it. So the difference I want to depict is with a strong person versus weak people, is that a strong person strives for what they want and puts that over what other people want, because they are comfortable with who they are, and they know themselves to an extent where they can put their standards over other people's ways of thinking, or their opinions, or how they move. If I want to move like this, I'm going to move like this because this is the way that I like. I'm not going to cater to how you feel and how you think is the best choice. No, I'm gonna do what I want to do because I think that's the best choice to benefit myself, or that's the best choice that I choose to choose. What are you finna do for me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these people have accepted themselves, they've accepted their flaws, and they take control of their life. These are the strong people, and these strong people are usually successful. You know why these people are successful? Because they go for what they want. If they want something, they go for it. If somebody doesn't want something, then they don't go for it. Like, maybe I'll go for it next time. Maybe I'll put a break on it. Maybe I'll procrastinate, do this and the third. Like, no, I'm not one of them people. I'll go for what I want. Because the unique thing about strong versus weak people is that they have similar thoughts at times. Sometimes they think the same thing. It's just strong people go for what they want. And it's so simple. It's so simple. But at the end of the day, the only difference is their mentality, is their mental. And you need to learn how they think. And obviously it's gonna take a little minute, but that's the whole point of you taking care of yourself. If I take care of a child, I know he's not gonna be able to learn every single thing. I'm not gonna throw every single thing at him and be like, yo, this is what you need to learn to get A, B, and C. Like, no, I'm gonna make sure I guide him in the right direction so he'll learn these choices and experiences for himself. But also what that allows him to do is that allows him to take the experiences that he has and choose where he wants to go with each one. I'm gonna let my kid fail so many times because failing is literally the best for you. If you fail and fail and fail, you just learn so many new things. And these new things you can use to build on yourself. Like, failing is literally beautiful. Like, come on, yo, come on. And strong people understand that. They're not afraid to fail. They're not afraid of opinions. They're not afraid of many things, but they still feel fear. They still feel it. They just don't let it run their life. You know what I'm saying? Because they put themselves first. They put their priorities first and then put everything else to the side. And when you do that also, you can help other people, because I know what I want for myself, and I know the route that I went, and I got the information from it, the knowledge from it, the experience from it. Now I can pass that down and help other people through my experiences. Not tell them which way to go, but guide them to those experiences so then they can evaluate it for themselves and they can make their own assumptions or own decisions on what's best for them. You feel me? So let's get into this quote to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have a good day, especially after this quote. The strongest people feel what you feel, have similar experiences in your life, and could take the same actions as everyone else. But the strong make their own path. As long as they're weak people, weak-minded, weak physically, or weak spiritually, there will always be strong people, strong-minded, strong physically, or strong spiritually. And it's because of the actions that they take that makes them strong and makes them different. Remember, don't just be, stay optimistic. Hope you have a good day. See you in the next video. Peace.